Good morning, gorgeous. How are you ladies doing this morning? Happy New Year. I'm so excited that we are in a brand new year together, and I am delighted that you're here. Thank you for all of your support on this channel. You have no idea how much your support means to me here. And I have something that I want to talk to you about because there are a few things coming up this year that I am super excited about, and I know that you're going to be excited too. So the very first thing I want to say is a huge thank you to you ladies for allowing me to reach 300,000 subscribers. I am shocked every single time a person tells me how much this content has changed their life, has blessed their life, has helped them to get married, has helped them in their marriage, has helped them just become a feminine woman, a woman of God. All of it is such a blessing for me to hear, and your support means the world to me. So I just want to start by saying thank you so much. I'm so happy to have reached 300,000 subscribers. I have some announcements about some things that I'm planning this year for you ladies, and there are going to be a lot of shifts and transitions that I think you will really enjoy and appreciate. The first one is the Dr. Daff Show. For those of you ladies who have been on this channel for a while, you know that I have had a talk show here where I interview different women from all walks of life about marriage, about God, about femininity, about their personal trials and struggles. And it's been such a gift, such a blessing. But that content I have shifted over to another channel called the Dr. Daff Show. So if you're someone who really enjoyed those interviews and that intimate time talking with other creators and women who are out in the world just doing great things, then follow that channel, the Dr. Daff Show. What I'm going to be doing this year is giving you ladies the opportunity to meet me and join me here on my show to talk about your personal problems, struggles, successes, relationship advice, your journeys with God, all the different things that are going on in your life. You will have the opportunity to be here with me and have a recorded segment that will go live on the Dr. Daff Show. This is open to anyone who is available to come down into the studio. They will be in-person interviews. They're not going to be virtual. The goal is for you to be able to discuss things that can help you and help other women as well. Things like marriage, relationships, dating, being engaged, issues that you're having with in-laws, or personal trials that you're having within things that have to do with your faith or having a baby or just motherhood in general. Anything that's related to womanhood, femininity, love, God, all of it is welcome here. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to meet you ladies and to have you here on the show. So if you're based here in Los Angeles, then it's a perfect opportunity for you to come here on the show. And of course, it's open to anyone, anywhere, as long as you're willing to fly down to LA. Next, I want to talk about Fine Forever. If you're not familiar, I do own a fragrance line called Fine Forever Fragrances, and it's a collection of fine fragrances that are made in really small batches, curated to have the highest level of ingredients. The fragrances are unique, they're beautiful, they're sensual, they're feminine, and they are crafted with you in mind. I have 3 fragrances right now in the collection, and many of you already own them and love them. And I thank you so much for all of the support that you've given me. I am always so excited when I hear about you wearing the fragrances and getting compliments and just being seen and just enjoying them for yourself. You know, it just makes me so happy to know that I've created something that means so much to you. This year, I am coming out with some more fragrances, so I'm really excited about that. There will be a new launch happening, so please keep your eyes open for that. And I thank you again for your support. I have also received a number of requests over the years, lots and lots and lots of requests for those of you who want to meet with me personally, just to have consultations for personal development, for femininity advice, for advice for your marriage. This is something I get asked probably more than anything. And I don't have coaching sessions available at the moment, but I am planning something for this year for you that I think will help address those needs. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you and developing that for you to be able to grow in whatever area that you want to grow in with me. So stay tuned for that. Stay on alert. I do have something in mind for you. And the last update is this year's content. We have had about 3 years now of content that is curated towards you becoming a beautiful feminine woman, the woman that God created you to be. And I have witnessed so many of you through your testimonies tell me about the things that have dramatically changed in your life since you started embracing your femininity. So many of you have just started loving who you are, have been striving towards the purpose that God created for you. You're enjoying getting dressed. You're enjoying smelling good. You're enjoying smiling and just being a kind, warm woman. Things that you felt that you could not embrace about your womanhood, you have stepped into that. And I'm so proud of you. It takes courage to be able to change anything in your life, and being feminine is something that is not always looked upon as positive. So for you to be able to embrace that as who you are and step into that takes a lot of courage. And the results change your life. So I'm happy that you've been brave enough to experience that, and it has benefited you in all areas of your life. This year, I'm going to continue talking about femininity, especially on my podcast. So if you're not a member of my podcast, I encourage you to please subscribe to the podcast and listen to those episodes, because I post episodes from my YouTube channel, but I also have content that's just for the podcast. We read books together where I go through different books on femininity, on marriage, on love, and we chat there. And those segments are long, so you can drive your car and listen to it, take the subway, wash your dishes, wash your hair, do your makeup, just have a nice warm cup of coffee and listen. It's a really nice time for you to just kind of rejuvenate. So listen to the Dr. Daff Show if you don't on all podcast platforms. I am starting a new book. We are reading Fascinating Womanhood, which is a really classic, popular book on femininity and marriage. So I am excited. I'm so excited about that. But here on YouTube, I'm going to have a focus on femininity and on the internal parts of femininity. So we're going to definitely sort of reset and talk about things that maybe you've sort of started slacking on with your femininity, like keeping up with your looks and keeping up with your fitness and your health, but also focusing on things that don't get talked about as much, like your character. Your character is one of the most important things about being a feminine woman. And a lot of us are ignoring that very big part of our lives, and it's impacting us in so many ways. I receive so many questions about how to stop being a jealous woman, and I am going to create content for you on that. But one of the reasons why so many of you are struggling with jealousy is because you don't have the things that you desire. And a lot of you don't have what you desire because you cannot handle it. You don't have the character to actually upkeep the things that you want. And so we're going to talk about what that means and strategically work through building up your character. We're also going to obviously talk a lot about marriage. I get a lot of questions about marriage, and I know it's one of those areas about womanhood and femininity that is more painful because it feels a little bit more like trapped and permanent. And sometimes it's hard to kind of get yourself in a place that you're ready to make changes. So we are going to talk about marriage, and I pray that through this content, you receive healing in your marriage and you just experience things that you've never experienced before. That is always my goal here on this channel. So I just want to say thank you again. And if you have specific videos that you would like me to make, please leave a comment below. I always go through and I just try to figure out what it is that you are really wanting to see. I appreciate you sharing my content because that really helps. Liking my content also helps with the algorithm for people being able to see the videos, which also impacts, my desire to create. So please like the video when you can, share the video when you can, leave me a comment and let me know you're there and you're watching and you're real and it's helping. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.